All right, guys, we're back, and the videos actually went by really quick. So again, it's a rematch now of INnoVation versus herO, and oh, that's the wrong map they were hosting because that's the one that's banned, I guess.
Well, yeah, I'm a little confused. I don't know why INnoVation gave it as a map choice. I don't know. First set wild. Does he mean whirlwind? Yeah, that's what he means. Whirlwind.
I love using that GIF every opportunity I get the opportunity to use it in. Woody Harrelson is like one of my favorite actors. There's a movie out there actually a lot of you guys might not know of, Bunraku. He actually had a really great performance in that movie, but also that movie was objectively not great, but I loved every second of it. Josh Hartnett playing a cowboy. Hell yeah. What happened to Josh Hartnett, by the way?
Isn't he still literally playing a cowboy in that one Penny Dreadful show?
I don't know. I just know that like I have all these actors I loved. Like I love Josh Hartnett and all the stupid stuff he was in.
Yeah.
Um, Ben Stiller as well on this kind of weird list of categories. Who's the guy from Back to the Future? Brendan Fraser, right? Like there's all these actors who just kind of haven't done anything.
What?
Or not Back to the Future,
Back.
excuse me. Blast from the Past.
Oh, Blast from the Past.
Wrong movie. Same
Okay,
difference.
there's like so many other movies with that guy just now. Anyway, yeah, Josh Hartnett is in Penny Dreadful as well, a
Really?
fake cowboy, but
I've seen the first season Penny Dreadful. I don't think it was bad, but it wasn't for me. I didn't like it.
I watched the first two episodes and I was like, it was okay, and then if I ever get back to watching it, I guess it wasn't actually that great.
Getting into game number 1 of the rematch. This will determine everything. There's no more losers bracket at this point. There's no more second chances. And at this point, both players have absolutely destroyed each other. Again, INnoVation knocking herO down to the losers bracket. herO fighting it out to come back and knock INnoVation down to the finals. So now it's about as even as it's going to get. In the top right side of Whirlwind, it's going to be the purple Protoss, herO. This is the ex-CJentus herO.
Correct. In the bottom left, or bottom right, I know my sides, it is the Red Terran INnoVation.
Well, he was the only player left to introduce at that point. I don't blame you for that small mistake.
It also, I feel like this is the first time we've seen Whirlwind. I'm so used to saying the opposite of what you said.
I guess you could still say that, though. Like, on the opposite side of the map, spawning over there.
Not true.
Alright, so herO actually ended up hitting INnoVation with 2 games of, I want to say, unconventional gameplay. The second one was a little bit more standard because of the pylon attack, but the Stargate failing leading into an adept attack, I like the adept attack part of that game the most. Game number 1, obviously the first thing they fought was cool with disruptors. I love that herO basically changed things up though, and didn't fall to INnoVation playing standard.
Oh yeah, I get your point, but also hearing someone say, I liked when he did the Adepts, just sounds like Babby's first StarCraft cast. It's like, I like when the Marines shot up and down.
Those are one of those moments where you're also gonna have people like Scarlet who are very passionate about Adepts, for example. Be like, yeah, so I can't play in any of your tournaments anymore. You said this thing on the cast one time.
You said Adepts took skill. Yeah, well. It is Whirlwind, and it is a valid excuse for going for a bit greedier on the builds.
Yeah.
So Nexus Command Center first, and I believe it was Nexus first. And INnoVation follows up with a lot of barracks. Not gases with only 2 barracks, but a whole 3 barracks. Whole 3.
This is actually a little bit more old school. If you remember when you were really worried about oracles and other things, you'd be pumping out those 6 Marines as quick as you could. I'm not sure if INnoVation will use this for the fast combat shields attack follow-up, or if this will be just him playing a little bit different as far as early game goes. But this was like the way to play Terran for a while versus Protoss.
Whenever you CC'd first. Yeah. Which has always been the more rare build.
That probe should not have actually gotten to the high ground to see the extra 2 barracks. That's a little bit awkward. Not that
Yeah,
that's...
again, the timing of the command center, I suppose, might have still told him it was like at least 2 barracks, but right, like seeing all 3. Hmm.
Yeah. We have chat asking, by the way, so this is the final? Yes. There are no more, like, this best of 3 is the last one, and there's no more beyond it.
Correct. So, INnoVation even is something a little bit, like, I don't even know if this is going to really affect anything, but the gas that is natural as opposed to his main, kind of cool. Getting his tech lab, going to start stim. He's going to have a lot of units, but his tech will be a little bit later. And herO, having scouted 3 barracks, will also know that now. And he'll be, I mean, you can't just do whatever you want, but you know you'll be taking harassment damage. The scariest thing INnoVation could do would be to... No, actually, like, I mean, I'm trying to think of, like, a combat shield push, because we saw a couple of those, but I think that was versus Zerg, so not even a combat shield push. You'd have to wait for Sim and Medivacs to finish.
Well, quick shoutouts, by the way, for anyone who's curious and hungry for more. We've actually had the pleasure of casting a lot of these great Koreans. Again, we've referenced INnoVation quite a few times today with this previous series, but just dig at our YouTube, youtube.com/BaseTradeTV. Make sure to go subscribe over there too. Things are looking up and up with our YouTube nowadays. We're over 10,000 subscribers, which is nice. Took forever to get there, but feels good, man.
Cool beans.
Probe number 2 was a little bit bold, but will not be caught or punished for his transgressions. Just kidding. Maybe. Come on. Run.
Oh, please.
Run.
INnoVation, like, last minute split with his Marines. Almost like he's afraid of a disruptor attack. He has not gotten into main base and... Whoa. What did herO cancel? Look at his main base. With INnoVation's view, rather.
Oh, 1 sec. Oh, yeah. Huh,
Sure, he canceled.
I'm guessing it's a robo. I didn't realize he had build canceled anything.
Yeah, that kind of sounds familiar, but then again, I've seen a robo.
Well, you know, that would actually make a lot of sense, though, as to why he was spread at the ramp and possibly anticipating the disruptor. So by swapping this up to the Stargate, yeah, now he's a little bit... It's not like he's unprepared for it. There's plenty of Marines. He shouldn't die to this. But you need more than 6 Marines to deal with 2 Oracles. And hell, it can be a little bit scary to deal with.
Yeah, that is interesting. Well, if INnoVation was actually pushing out as soon as his Medivacs and Stim was done, he could be in a lot of trouble. He's waiting a couple extra seconds, but herO is too. Oh no. Oh dear.
He just picked up so much. There's no turret. There's no Widow Mine. This base is going to get absolutely annihilated if herO goes in.
Funnily enough, herO didn't see that, so he didn't know he could move in.
Timing's still not going to be bad, though. Like, once that pushes in the front, either bring the Oracles back home right away or go straight to that base. And I feel like going straight to that base is not a bad option. Force Field's going to go down to keep him from pushing. herO's got to realize, yes, he does, and the Oracles go in with a hell of a lot of energy. Oh, this could be bad.
Oh, INnoVation. He actually just pulls back. He doesn't even cancel the 3rd base. Oh, I don't know about that reaction.
Oh,
he will get the Oracles. That's pretty cool. No more Revelation.
Yeah, actually, that's pretty big. Both Oracles going... 1's acceptable, 2 is what you want to have for that Revelation, but Marauder shooting the reactor there for a moment. Got a little bit scary for INnoVation. I guess some misclicking going on. But I guess when you're doing, like, 600 APM, it's forgivable.
I guess he was so afraid of the army killing his bio army, he didn't stick around to the 3rd base, but you know what ended up happening anyway?
Pouncing in the middle of the map's nice with those force fields. Got a little bit too close for comfort with some of the stalkers, but nice pickoffs for herO.
Well, it might have been a crucial mistake. I mean, that looked like a really good opportunity, but he didn't realize INnoVation's army was already so close to reinforcing. It is not very healthy, though. Does not have a lot of Medivacs here, and that might be where the Blink Stalkers can actually deal with this. But at this point, I don't think herO can really afford that 3rd base going down.
Agreed.
It's actually going to take such a long time for it to go down, too, if INnoVation does end up targeting it, but he does not. Again, he does not collect $200. Well, 400 minerals, I guess.
Well, I mean, he is going, though. High five for the Monopoly jokes. We do have 2 Medivacs heading towards the natural base. There's no defense over here because it's all been stretched out in the middle. And yeah, INnoVation's taking some pretty nasty losses over here, but oh, herO's got nothing to stop this attack. We have a recall actually go off. That's how desperate it got.
He recalled his main... No, was that his natural probes? What happened there?
I think that was sitting over there. I don't know.
I didn't think any probes got over there. I'm not sure what happened, but there's a very large stalker force with at least +1 here. INnoVation needs a couple more rounds of barracks production, and he doesn't have it.
INnoVation does have a lot of supply, though. He's coming back home. I don't think the back attack's going to save him, but the SCV's getting pulled, or certainly that lead disappearing. That's a lot of Marauders now, even with the additional warp-ins.
That might just do it. Those extra Marauders and the upgrade finishing. I thought maybe if the warp was going to live, herO would have another warp-in, but Neo Stalker just do not own up.
Well, not to mention, there's like a medevac for each of these Marauders, too. And sure, they're low on energy, but that's going to keep them alive for a long time. Counterattacking once again could, would, should end the game. Gonna catch some of these stocks in the middle of the map. He's got concussive shells, but Blink is kind of annoying to deal with.
Yeah, he was chasing them down though, and there's no safe place for them to go. They're gonna try and buy time, but they're going to the third of the natural. Something's gonna die. He's trying to warp in what he can at the main base rather of INnoVation, but he just is on so few probes. It's not that much. He's attempting his very weak base trade.
In this second best of 3, because a lot of people are confused by the scores wrong. It's not. This is the first game, and INnoVation's moments away from locking it down. GG. Game 1 goes to INnoVation. Gonna quickly get this commercial break out of the way, though, guys. So stick with us. See you in a moment.
You're getting all ragey. I don't think
hey,
you know
guys,
that.
we're back. So Zombie Grub sucks.
He just literally is like, "Can you play Mutation with me?" Okay, I guess. Yeah, I've just been getting really ragey lately.
No, but...
Okay.
What I meant was I was getting ragey at the randoms because they don't know what they're doing. Like, I can trust in you.
I don't know, man.
No, because here's the thing. If I'm playing with Zombie Grub, right, and I'm like, okay, we're losing, I know it's not going to be because of you or like one single thing you've done. But when you fight so many mutations and like you just watch a guy die to the first 2 zombies, oh, it kills your soul, man.
Okay, I guess. I don't know. I'm still kind of scared.
Okay, well, we are getting into game number 2. Spawning here on the bottom right side of Echo. He's up 1 game and literally 1 game away from winning $1,400. It's INnoVation.
In the top left, as the red Protoss, he is herO.
Now, of course, some people, it's far past this point to be concerned, but people are asking, like, why wasn't Beyond in this and all that? And Beyond had to forfeit his spot because what we're assuming is his obligations to go to WCA. We don't actually know that for sure, but that would make the most sense.
Right.
Oh, we got some bits! Spike Munchy! Cheering for Zombie... whatever,
Yay!
dude.
We're gonna fight with chat. That's probably what he's cheering on.
Yeah. DGB fight. Well, herO had a really great first best of 3. That last game didn't seem like it. Like, it's I would almost like call it coin flippy. It's just weird how these aren't like close games where these players are clawing tooth and nail and barely getting out of them alive. Like, the first time they played, this was such an obviously INnoVation series. The second time they played, it was such an obviously herO series. This first game in this best of 3 was kind of a big INnoVation game, you know?
Yeah, herO only had 1 shot of looking good, and it was that attack in the natural where, you know, if the medevacs are there any later, he's killed half the army twice as fast, and then maybe everything else falls with it too. I mean, there's something there, but no, most of the game was just herO trying to do something, and INnoVation's, you know, good form, calmly dealing with it. He did get a bit of a boost from that CC first, make no mistake, and that's something you just can't really replicate on any other maps. But herO also did, like, I guess, a more macro-oriented build himself, and instead of the openings that he's been doing, which includes the pylon rushes, the proxy Stargate, the 3-gate fast attack, maybe that wasn't the game, actually, for him.
herO walked across the map, not with an Adept this game, but a Zealot, by the way. Didn't quite notice that until now. This is time traveling back. The Zealot Stalker Mothership Core poke? Hello? What? Is this even 2016?
It's 2015, man.
Well, the Widowmine is what stops this all in itself. I mean, I don't know why he would go for this move.
I don't know either. Like, it's not as good. Like, that's really all I can say about it. So why would you actually go for it? But I don't know. The whole point of it is, of course, that the Zealot soaks up a lot of damage, or the Mothership Core can also soak up a little bit of damage. The point is, like, the Stalkers get some free shots. And I guess he was really hoping to maybe even catch the medevac on the way out with 2 Stalkers to, like, start doing damage. But I don't actually know how well that timing would have worked out. He is following up pretty quickly with the 2 Gateways, which he did then pressure with a Warp Prism. But he's the one that's going to get a bit more pressured than usual. It's not that 2 Woodamines and that's it. It's a Woodamine, 6 Marines, and a couple Hellions going to the natural. So INnoVation now mixing things up.
I'm more interested in Hellion damage than anything else, but looks like it's been stalled out pretty quickly by the Stalkers. However, awkwardness is, as herO brings the Stalkers to the main, the Hellions could have gone back in. I don't think he realizes this, though. The Zealot gets popped off. There's not that many probes to kill. And this attack got a little bit chaotic on both sides of the field.
Well, Foes and Overtures over there. It's not over here.
2 seconds.
That's how it works. Yeah.
2 seconds.
It might even kill the medevac. I don't know if this is worth by INnoVation.
Oh, that's where you just ditched
Use
the Marines.
boost too. Oh my good god.
That's where I think you just ditch the Marines and take the medevac home safe and sound. But looks like he'll stay around a little bit longer. Probe's even getting pulled into this mess. Mothership Core's going down at this rate.
He is going to kill the Mothership Core, but he's lost his bunker and is retreating from his own natural.
But
there's a tank.
There's a tank. Yeah, there's a tank. Looks like the medevac will slowly get away. And the Mothership Core going down was a harsh pick, but not the end of the world. Stalkers can't chase this any further. The tank with 70 damage a shot will annihilate them. herO's nowhere close to blink, and this wasn't a bad opening for INnoVation, but it was a really weird opening from herO.
They both kind of had the weird openers. Like this, I think is the same. We're close to the same build he did. What was it actually? Was it Overgrowth? Actually, yeah, it was Overgrowth. Just like swap the positions. But of course, the biggest difference is that INnoVation not only opened up with a bit more aggression on the drop, he followed up with tanks. And that just stopped the Stalker aggression in its tracks. And there's nothing that herO can do until he gets better tech. Which I'm guessing is going to be Colossus into a slow build up to a 3rd base. But INnoVation's in a pretty damn good position, up in workers with mules and taking his natural back. And usually is a good sign for Karen.
Well, this, albeit stalled out for now, is still continuing. We got a warping of Adepts that looking to go towards the main. If there was only one tank, like, okay, maybe herO finds a way to split his Stalkers in that perfect way. But with a Liberator, 2 tanks to leapfrog forward if he wants to as well, the Marines can pretty happily pull back to deal with the Adepts. Ooh, actually,
yeah.
he's popping off too quick.
They're still pretty slow, so I guess a couple SCVs that went down. But Sim is close to finishing, and they will react much quicker next time.
Colossus, by the way, starts up on the other side of the field.
Yeah. So this means he won't have any blink, which INnoVation I don't think has confirmed. Technically, no, but...
That's actually a good point, because when you see that many Stalkers in the opening, you gotta assume blink's going with them. Like, why else would you invest in that many Stalkers?
He never saw a Twilight Council, which in most build orders goes like around the same time with the Robo. Plus, there's been a lot of 2-base Colossus play. So I don't know what he's thinking. But the point is, there's no blink, and herO has to recognize that too. And like, I'm glad he pulled back his units, because if INnoVation Stim finishes and he pushes out, he actually just kills every single unit for herO. Nothing's there to protect the Colossus. His push is still going to be very good.
Right.
It just could have been better.
I was gonna say, speaking of killing, like this might be pretty nasty. Warp Prism goes back towards the main. That's got to be so annoying, especially because of the slight supply block currently going on. But INnoVation might not even stick around to deal with it. He wants to go. I think he knows timing's of the essence too. Taking on 1 and 2 Colossus is a lot easier than when third one gets mixed in, because that 3rd Colossus is just that right amount of damage that starts one-shotting everything.
Yeah. herO, I think, wants to take advantage of the ramps. Of course, if he gets the force fields down and the Colossus swiping, he does a lot of damage to the Marines, but he actually pulled back as INnoVation did. I think INnoVation could have gotten past those ramps and done a lot of damage, but he decided not to. Played it safe.
So INnoVation's doing his 3rd and his main. I like that he's doing it safe and sound up here, but
yeah,
It's strange. He's going to scan this, and I bet feel a little bit regretful they didn't go for a push. In fact, that's going to jog him to go for a push. Like, if he had just continued going with what he had, he would have wrecked herO's army. Barely one Colossus at the time. The second one would have joined the fight in the middle of the fight. Looks like Widowmine took care of the Warp Prism back in the mains. There's only Adepts he finally has to clean up. Once this goes down, no more issues.
And he really won't have to worry about bringing his army back or securing the third base. Because, of course, the Robo is going to be used for Colossus building now. He's going to know there's not going to be a scary second War Prism. So, finally pushing, I would hope. No, he's going to play defensive. He did have, I think, a couple opportunities to push. But now that there's 2, even 3 Colossus, I guess it is time for him to be the one on the defensive. This is a situation that herO ended up winning their last best of 3. He just kind of contained, slowly pulled INnoVation apart, and then got one really good engagement when INnoVation went down a ramp. I wonder if he can replicate the same thing. He was on 3 bases by that point, though, so he was like having a decent amount of production.
There was also a game where the Colossus were being a little bit awkward. I remember the sweet Widowmine on that ledge and the Colossus shooting nothing initially. Like, those engagements were kind of weird. Who's this? Monk Seiju! Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. New sub hype.
So, INnoVation's gonna add on Vikings as opposed to Liberators of Range, and I might like this choice, but I don't know yet.
Do you think it's because of how badly it went the first time?
I'm guessing so. And maybe he noticed a lack of stalkers. But it wasn't really a lack of stalkers. Like, there's still enough to shoot down the Liberators, so that's enough to help against the Vikings. So I'm not sure. Vikings can definitely... they have that glide. They can actually kite and use different levels to their advantage. Where Liberators do have to siege up, of course. Well, so I guess that's what he's going for.
There's also the added benefit that Vikings are fantastic on the ground now. We don't get to talk about much, and sadly, you know, I'm seeing this happen a lot on streams in games, but I'm not seeing it happen much in any of our tournament play. But Vikings do such an insane amount of ground damage. I'm not exaggerating, guys. It's 20 versus mechanical, and pretty much everything in the Protoss army is mechanical. So you wipe out the Colossus, you land, and suddenly the Stalkers, which used to destroy landed Vikings, get melted by landed Vikings.
I feel like we're seeing a very classic matchup right now. Ignore the couple of Liberators and I guess all the Adepts that herO has, and it feels like herO's trying to get Storm to deal with what is going to be a lot of Vikings. I would like start predicting the SCV pool if it was Heart of the Swarm again, but it's going to be the added Ghosts and waiting until that 2/2.
I've never taken the time to actually look at the Terra models. I didn't realize, like, the sickle's the logo thing he's using, right? It's on everything. It's on the back of the Viking. It's on the leg of the siege tank.
It's not on the back. Oh, it is.
It is?
It's on the tail. Oh my god.
Yeah, right there. That's kind of cool. I love the attention to detail. I don't know. The livers are set up really weird. Where would it be? Oh, it's near the front on the blue thing.
Oh wow, that's super tiny.
Yeah, whereas unfortunately the Protoss don't really reflect their decals.
You gotta turn the stalker over.
Yeah, it's on its tummy. It's hidden beneath the tiny little T-Rex arms that it has there.
You press it and make that sound.
Why are you making the Pillsbury Doughboy? This is the T-Rex. It'd be like,
you imagine a stalker like turn upside down and you're just like, woohoo!
Oh, I see. Yeah, little tiny legs kicking in the air like when they're lifted by the Phoenix.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's way too adorable. Okay, we do have the push coming up. I love the Vikings at it, or not the Vikings as well, but the Ghosts I didn't even see till just now, added by INnoVation. It's not just to stop the storms out of the Templar, but it's going to be stripping the shields off of all of this Protoss army. I mean, storms are the best answer here for the Vikings. Vikings just don't have the health to weather the storms, so to speak, and I think that this will work out pretty well. If he gets those EMPs especially, first one hits most of the army, second one misses the Templar, so the storms still go off. INnoVation's going to back away, but if he splits too thin, it's going to be hard to take the fight. But no more storms where that came from. One more lands. The Vikings already killed the Colossus, though. Tank disappears, and boy, oh boy, this gets messy for INnoVation.
Yeah, his ground army had already taken so much damage from the 4 Colossus, as well as just so many Adepts, to be honest. This is still looking quite bad for him, even though he killed 17 probes.
I had such a horrific nightmare moment just now, by the way. Because he's using the Tal'Darim skins, I was expecting to respawn as soon as they died because of that stupid mutation. But okay, the command center's in a weird spot. It gets stalled out at 71 out of 71. That's all kinds of feels bad, man. But more than that is the army pushing into him, and he just doesn't have what it's going to take to stop this. The SCVs are getting pulled, but I don't think herO, whoops, is going to be easily stopped.
He also has an attack prepared to go into the third base. Oh, there was a storm in there? Oh, no.
There's 2 storms in there. GG. Oh, we're going to the ace match in the second best of 3. But okay, we'll see how this 2-1 rounds around. We'll see you guys in 2 minutes with the final game of the day. All right, we're back just in time for the game to get going. We also barely missed that sub, so I got to give a shout out to Higgins _ for the 19 months of support. Saving StarCraft 1 month at a time, my friend. So many months with that special snowflake. Smiley face. Well, who's the special snowflake? Are you trying to put us against each other? It's not cool.
Oh, I didn't consider that. I don't...
You just assumed it was you, didn't you? You wretched woman. All right, well, getting into game number 3. It's tied up 1-1 in the ace match. We'll go over the prize pool and all of that in a moment, but in the bottom left side of the map, we do have the blue Terran player. It's INnoVation.
In the top right is the red Protoss. He is herO.
And what was that bit message coming in here? Thank you for the cheers. 185 for the zombie grub cutie pie. Wow. I'm the one who's hungry and you get the pie? Rude.
I would love some pie, but everything is closed that sells pie now.
What type of pie? On 3, wait. On 3, say what type of pie you would like to eat right now, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Chicken
Pumpkin.
pot pie.
Definitely pumpkin. Didn't have Thanksgiving. Not gonna have Christmas.
Like so salty about this. Wait, I thought you were gonna be home for Christmas, no?
Well, my mom doesn't actually make Christmas dinner for the secular family. It's only my extended family's dinner, which I'm not gonna be home for.
Oh, well then.
Our usual Christmas tradition is to get Chinese food.
That's not bad. Chinese food is great.
I'm gonna appeal to her to make me a tiny little Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, I'm sure you know what you could do. Like this would be like such a great surprise to your parents. Like just catering is surprisingly not that expensive. You could probably set something up for your family.
Catering Thanksgiving, like, well, I guess it's Christmas dinner, but
yeah, but I mean, like that's the thing about catering. You get to pick what you want catered.
I'm gonna look this up. Christmas dinner catering. Virginia.
Let me know how the results show up.
Best 10 best Christmas caterers.
This is like, by the way, I've sent a couple people food gifts at this point. I know I sent you cupcakes too at one point. I wasn't even sure if that was the thing, but I just searched for it and it's like, oh, cool, that's a thing. Well, you're supposed to get cupcakes. It was after your surgery or whatever. I sent you this stuff, right?
Yeah, I might have eaten them really quickly and forgot about it.
You're just like, oh, cupcakes. Well, who cares where these came from?
I mean, I was a little, like, you know, loopy from the drugs.
You went like straight up Cookie Monster. Well, that feels bad, man. Screw me for trying to make a nice gesture, whatever.
I would have eaten anything.
Okay, well, herO and INnoVation are quite well matched for each other, it seems. They destroyed each other in 2 separate best of 3s, and then in this final one, they've tied it up 1-1. $1,400 on the line for first place, $400 for second. And honestly, guys, I don't know where the money comes from. But Lei Feng pays out pretty regularly, so I don't think anyone really questions it. But they don't ask us to do sponsor shoutouts or spots or links, so I'm just glad they had us come on cast. That's really cool. Thank you to Dale Beddick for the subscription. New sub hype!
Nice. Okay, so what is going on in this game? We have a Dark Shrine on the way, finally mimicking his versus Zerg, and the Reaper might just be able to scout it. Oh my god, you're down with that to happen.
That was such a good scout. But herO, you know, he was willing to cancel buildings before. I don't think you're able to do it when you're this invested into it, when you're this far in. This isn't as simple as simply canceling for a faster Robo Bay and going for a Disruptor, right? In fact, the Medevac's going to get that confirmation as he pokes up there to check. 2 Widow Mines still alive. And he might just go in for round 2 in a moment. Back at home, I guess he'll be saving scan energy because he doesn't have the engineering bay done yet. Doesn't have turrets.
Well, so much damage it does.
Spike Mochi, thank you very
Whoa.
much. Oh, and a very loud donation coming in. We'll read that out afterwards. Thank you, whoever that was. Quickly dispatches with the first DT. 2 more heading towards the main. While this goes in, looks like INnoVation's also moving into herO's main with his Widow Mines. These are a little bit cooler to watch than DTs, so we're going to watch these.
Okay, the sim, yeah, was denied. So the Widow Mine's not going to do too much either.
For a brief moment, it looked like they might, but picks them up, gets one. Don't know if it's the one on cooldown or not. Tom KD donated $12. Says Ace-Kate. Dude, Tom, you've been so nice to us lately. Thank you so much. Spike Munchie, cheers, 140 bits. Says this one's for Rifkin. JK, it's for my wife, ZG. Oh, come on. Or waifu, excuse me. My bad, there's a difference. I should know this as well. I have plenty of waifus.
Do they know, or?
Well, no, that's half the thing.
It's half the point of a waifu.
You don't just go up to Brad Pitt and tell him that you're fantasizing about him, okay?
It's a husbando, excuse you.
Husbando. Totally not a pylon. Just sub to the channel with Twitch Prime. That is a great Twitch name, my friend. Thank you to Cot Life as well for the 10-year resub. Now wait, my Pertoof in 2017. Now the scan goes down. Doesn't quite get the DT. Oh, that's annoying. That's not how you want to use your scan.
Well, that's unfortunate. Thank you to... Oh, did we get that?
Yeah,
I heard
I
a
did.
new one.
Yeah, I did. It was delayed on the sound effect. You got.
Got. Damn. Well, that is a lot of gators on the way with that blink. And there's Colossus. I was going to say, what's your body suit for? What the hell? But INnoVation is looking to, at the very least, deny a third base, but haha, jokes on him, there's no third base. You're still pilot.
There we
She's
go.
going to be canceled. Can't even pilot.
I feel bad because you got on the last one. You want to get that one?
Sure. Thanks to Fippers for the 8-month resub. Thanks for the always funny Witter banter, you guys. I thought he said halfway funny, and I was prepared to rip into him.
Thanks for the halfway funny witty banter. You guys are mostly okay. All right. DT is once again picked up. I will say, credit to herO. He's did some pretty fantastic micro with the War Prism, but it's hardly game-winning stuff just yet. It's been annoying for INnoVation, and it's burned a few more scans than I think he would have liked, but yeah, far from perfect. Wouldn't mind looking to get that shot. Would have splashed the DT if it was like a second sooner.
Well, he's paying attention to the rest of the map, so not cleaning up the DT quite yet. Wouldn't mind, or the DT is picked up too by that very weak War Prism, which should not be able to go in again. INnoVation trying to segment 2 different fights here. It might just work out. herO has lost, or just hasn't had much vision in the middle of the map to see that coming.
The thing about this Colossus too is like it should be scary, but it's not. The 2 Terran armies, if they were to just collapse on it right now, it would get absolutely obliterated. He's going to walk away from this and not take the fight as he stims, but then he dives through the mineral line to the other side, picks off probes. 11 workers dead so far, and he's going to kill that pylon. No more overcharge capabilities over here. Goes back for that 3rd base. He wants that cancel. It's been getting really low.
It'll be so weak that it's eventually going to die anyways, it looks like. He does not target fire to the last, though. Wastes a couple shots on those zealots. This is some good damage. Now, INnoVation still has not taken his 3rd base, which is like only a little bit worrying, but it is done.
I was wondering what the hell was going on with these probes, but I guess the Liberator really screwed up mining the main. Now goes over the natural and fights away at herO's, chips away at herO's income. Look at that spike on the income graph, by the way. That's the last 30 seconds of the game, guys. Oh my god.
Well, it looks like herO is kind of just fed up with dealing with 2-pronged attacks. He does deal with the Liberator in the natural, but INnoVation has pulled back entirely and could have been set up to deal with this. Unfortunately, he's in the wrong position, and herO does see this. He's going to go in there and at least force the command center to lift up, but it's in the middle of transforming. Oh, yeah.
Not me, please not me. Oh, thank God. He always says year instead of month and month instead of year. Yeah, that's the joke, man. That's when we do the shoutouts. That's the joke. I'm glad you picked up on it. All right. Well, the referees are the only one who can unpause, so we just gotta wait a moment here. Good guy, Lei Feng caster. The command center is probably dead. No chance to survive. At least it's not an orbital, so it's just a CC that's dead.
Well, I mean, sure, I guess. An extra 150 minerals, but it's still pretty bad. Again, if INnoVation had been in position, maybe he saves it, or just if he had any knowledge whatsoever that herO was there, he would have immediately lifted it up. But in the same way that herO didn't have enough vision in the middle of the map, INnoVation didn't have enough vision. So it is down to army versus army.
This DT! This DT has baited out like 7 scans this game. Mothership Core gets denied. No chance at a recall. herO caught in the middle of the map. Now giving chase with these Vikings. I don't think INnoVation was expecting to catch the whole army, but the Colossus are going to go down.
Well, that wasn't supposed to happen.
Oh, there's a Widowmine still here too.
herO went from having a decent army supply to just losing everything on the retreat.
Yo,
Because it
GG INnoVation locking down first place with $1,400. $1,000 in that winning move.
Nicely done.
I mean, herO nowhere to where. He's still going to walk away today with $400 in his pocket, so that's pretty nice. But, of course, INnoVation taking the big bucks for the big dog. But that caps off the cast. I hope you guys enjoyed the heck out of the show. We're going to go to one very last commercial break. Come back and say your goodbyes. We'll see you guys in a couple minutes. All right, folks. We're back. Thank you for watching that last commercial break of the day. I really hope you enjoyed the show. We've got another Korean event going on tomorrow. I'm hoping to see some more INnoVation. I'm hoping to see some Beyond. I'm hoping to see a lot more Koreans in our episode 2 of Make Korea Great Again. That'll be happening tomorrow around the same time that this took place, and there should be some pretty good games to be had, I think. The sign-up list for it already looks pretty fantastic, but as with most Korean events, a lot of guys don't check in. So we'll see what that actually looks like in its final iteration on the day of. There will be Matcherino codes, so we'll need your help, chat, to make sure that all those codes get used up and we get players an additional $200 for prizing tomorrow. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff happened recently here on BaseTradeTV behind the scenes that you guys don't know about, and we had some really good news and some really cool prospects for 2017. I'm super excited, and I hope that all these things that we're building towards, you guys will continue to enjoy with us. I mean, honestly, just seeing 4,000 people on the channel tonight, this morning, felt amazing. I don't even care that like we'll get whatever as far as money goes. It's nice to see viewers on the channel. So thank you guys for joining us. And of course, the people who sub, the people who throw in bits, the people who donate dollars, you know you got an extra special place in our hearts. But I got a couple more things to say. I guess I'll let you do your shout-outs real quick, Zombie Grub. People want to find you and all that.
You can find me on Twitter at ZGGaming, on Twitch at ZombieGrub, and on YouTube at ZombieGrub as well, where I'm posting build order tutorials and videos on Korea. And
if people are doing Christmas shopping,
yeah, and if you're going any Christmas shopping, you can look down below at the Amazon links. They're referral links, so they don't have anything to you. They just take a percentage away from whatever you purchase and give it to me.
Yay! So I don't want to get too ahead of myself with these announcements and talks about things, but there's a lot of stuff that's going to come out over the next couple weeks, and I just want to say that, you know, Zombie and I had a really awesome sit down last night. We were planning stuff out for January, looking towards February. We have long-term plans for 2017. We've got a lot of cool stuff like on deck. So again, your support is super appreciated going forward, whether it's just your viewership or your actual monetary support, whatever you guys are able to do. I thank you kindly in advance. Just know that we have really cool, really awesome plans for 2017. Like 2 big thumbs up. I can't wait to share them with you all. But Smoking Loud 631 subbing just in time for the end of the stream. Thank you for that Twitch Prime subscription. As I mentioned before, hit the follow button on the channel. Make sure to come back for every cast we do. Join us on our YouTube, youtube.com/BaseTradeTV. Follow me on Twitter at riff_kings. Fair warning, I shitpost a lot on Twitter, but it's the best resource to get information regarding BaseTradeTV. I guess last but not least, look at our website, BaseTrade.tv, and keep an eye out for t-shirts and stuff, guys. We're going to go find somebody to host. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for Make Korea Great Again.